our first method for finding the ratios of the lengths was area lemma. So the basic statement of area lemma is that if I have a triangle say ABC and say T is a point on BC, then the ratio of the lengths of BD to DC is ratio of the corresponding areas, that is area of triangle ABD divided by area of triangle ADC. Now this is very simple to prove. If I want to calculate the area of triangle ABD, what I will do is half into base BD into height, this one. And if I want to calculate the area of triangle ADC, then this one will be half into base DC into height, this. Now see, the height is same for both the triangles, hence it automatically gets cancelled and we are left with the ratio of the bases, that is BD by DC. Now we have an advanced form of this area lemma, that is also known as the intersection lemma. What it states is that if I have two line segments PQ and RS and they intersect at a point X, then if I want to find the area of triangle PX to XQ, sorry, it is not the area, it is the ratio of the lengths of PX to XQ, then I will do it by calculating the ratio of areas PRS and QRS. The proof is very simple. We can construct the perpendiculars, and then if we prove the similarity of these two triangles, then we can find that the ratio of the heights is the ratio of these lines. So this is automatically coming to be true. The key to understand this intersection theorem is that we have to ask what defines the point, and more specifically which line defines the point. If I want to find Px by Xq, I must ask the question, what defines the point X on PQ? The answer will be line RS, because if RS was not meeting with PQ, then point X would not have been formed. Hence the intersection of PQ with RS leads to the formation of X point. So once I have identified the line that is responsible for the point X, I also know the corresponding two points that are content with that line, and if I use this theorem, that is PRS and QRS, and if I use somehow calculate the areas, then I will get PQ by XQ. Now this thing can be extended, like if RS is not exactly meeting, it is meeting at a point X when it is extended, then the same theorem will hold. PRS by QRS area ratio will be PX by QX. And similarly, if it is not meeting exactly but it is meeting when extended, the same theorem will hold, that is PX by XQ. Note that PX is this whole line, will be equal to the ratio of PRS and QRS. Now we have one more theorem that is known as the vertex sliding theorem. What the vertex sliding theorem says, that if I have a triangle ABC without doing anything to the base, if I only slide the vertex or the vertex of the triangle, then I will get a new triangle obviously, and I can easily calculate the area of the new triangle using the area of the old triangle just by knowing the length ratio. What it says that if I want to suppose slide the vertex or move the vertex of this triangle ABC, original triangle, along the line, say this is the line, what I have to do is I have to intersect this line with this line, the base. Suppose it is intersecting at a point X. So the area of triangle ABC to the area of triangle A-BC will be equal to the lengths of this to this intersection point, AX by A-X. Now it is a very important theorem. For example, this line is parallel to BC. Everyone knows the area will be equal because we will have no such point X. Both AX and A-X will tend to infinity, and then we cannot directly calculate with this formula. We have to calculate by comparing the heights, and the height ratio will obviously come to be equal. So that is why both the triangles will be equal in area when we slide it along a parallel line, that is parallel to the base. But if we do not slide it around the parallel line, we have to use this relation. Now let us solve one question to understand the significance of this. Suppose I want to solve for the ratio of AR to RD. It is given in the question that AP is the midpoint of AC, BQ is the midpoint of BD, and AE is mu times AC. Alright, I think it is mu or 1 by mu. Let me check once. Yes, so AE is mu times AC, this whole mu, okay, and BE is lambda times BD. So first, to solve any kind of question, the basic principle is that we have to write down all the things given in the question in a diagrammatic form, so that we can understand the elements in the question. So it is half of this length, so we will write here half. This whole is mu times this one, so this one we can write mu minus 1, mu minus half into this whole. See, I have only written some terms. If I multiply this with AC, then it will be more accurate, but I have written some terms because it is a matter of ratios, it does not matter. And then this one will be 1 minus mu, and this one will be half. Similarly, I have written lambda minus half into 1 minus lambda. Now if I want to find AR to RD, the thing that I have to do is that first of all I have to identify what is point R, what defines point R. The thing that defines point R is this line. Now, according to the intersection theorem, I can choose any 2 points in this line to apply my intersection theorem. Suppose I choose only these 2 points. I only choose these 2 points. Using the basic theorem also we can do this, that AR to RD is ARP by RDP, alright. So this one we have got. Now the second most important point is that we have to convert this area ratio into a new area ratio, transformed area ratio, whose value I can calculate. And using the transformed area ratio, I have to calculate a new length ratio and I have to equate the two length ratios to get my final answer. So ARP by RDP. Now specifically to this question, and more specifically we can apply this to many more questions, that we have to identify the common base. Common base is RP. Now in any one triangle I have to slide the vertex so as to get a new triangle, and using that triangle I will try to calculate the areas. See, if I slide the vertex of triangle ARP, it will not be beneficial. First of all, because AP is already defined. We know the length of AP, so somehow we can calculate the length ratio, but in this triangle we do not know the length of any side. So it is better to slide this to a new triangle so that we can get our work done. What I have done is slided it to this triangle. Now see, the magic happens. I know the length of this, I know the length of this, I can calculate the length ratio, and I will also calculate the area ratio, so it will make my work easier. So I will convert this triangle to this triangle. So to convert that, what I will do is PRD by PRE, using this theorem, vertex sliding theorem. I have slided the vertex to this point. So this whole is 1/2 and this one is lambda minus half, and if I calculate the ratio, this will be the answer. So likewise I can calculate that area of triangle PRD is 1/2 lambda minus 1 into PRD. Now I will substitute that here. Now see, I get the ratio of ARP by RPE. Now using our intersection theorem, that is converts this one to this, that is using the converting the area ratio to the length ratio, that is we get the length ratio of the areas. Now to convert it into length ratio, see, we get ARP by RPE. So the length ratio or the area ratio will be equal to AP by PE, and substituting the values, we get this as our answer. So this was one of the most basic applications of area lemma, to calculate the length ratio. Method is the method using Menelaus theorem. The statement of Menelaus theorem is very simple. If we have a triangle ABC and it is cut by the transversal XYZ, then BX by XC into CY by YA into AZ by ZB is 1. The statement is very simple, but to apply these questions we need some more knowledge. Like, let me take the example of this question. Here we are given AT by DT equal to 3, BT by ET equal to 4, and we have to find the ratio of CD by BD. So the general tip for solving these questions is that we have to mark the lines whose length ratio we are given. We are given AD by DT, so this line we are given. We are given BT by ET, this line we are given. We have to find CD by BD, so this line we have to find. Now see, we have to understand the triangle that is enclosed by these 3 lines. This triangle is enclosed by these 3 lines. Now this is the triangle where we have to apply the Menelaus theorem. See, this line is cut at this point when it is extended, this line is cut at this point when it is extended, this line is cut at this point when it is extended. So triangle is BTD We have identified it by finding the intersection of the lines, and the transversal is AEC. The tip for solving these questions is we have to assume, or just for remembering the formula, we have to think of a train that is going from station A to station B. Now it is forced to go via station C, no matter where that station be. This is the kind of scenario. So we have to move in a cyclic path. For example, if I choose T, from T I have to go to D, and from D I have to go to B. See, these are our triangle vertices. So from T to D to B, I have to choose a cyclic path. Alright, now imagine the train is going from T to D and it is cut at point A. So the train has to go via A. So I will write T A, it has to go via A, and from A it will go to D. TA by AD. Now I will do the product. See, it is D, it is cut at point C, it has to go via C. DC by CB. And see, this is B, it has to go via E to D. BE by ET. BE by ET, and that product is equal to 1. Now we have written down the formula, we will substitute the values. AT by DT is 3:1, 3 by 1, AT by DT. So TA is 3, AT is 4, notice that, yes, 3 plus 1, 4. Now DC by CB we have to calculate, let it be like this, DC by BC or CB, whatever you write. BE, now see, BT by ET is 4:1. So BE is nothing but 5 and ET is 1. B is 5, ET is 1, equal to 1. So what we get is that CD by BC equal to 5 to the 15, 4 by 15, right? 4 by 15. Now we have to find CD by BD. So we have to subtract this. CD by BD equal to 4 by 15 minus 4 equal to 4 by 11, and 4 by 11 is our answer. I am going to discuss one of the most important theorems that can be used to find the length ratio very efficiently and very easily. That is the mass point theorem, a very powerful theorem. So it states that if I have a line AB and let X be a point on line AB, I don't need to know whether the line that is intersecting with AB, I just need to know that X is a point on AB. And if AX by XB is M2 is to M1, then I know the ratios. What I will do is that I will assume the weights. If here it is M2, then I will assume that the weight of this point is M2, and if here it is M1, then I will assume that the weight of this point is M1, and I will assume that the weight of this middle point is M1 plus M2. Now the weights of a point, once it is defined, cannot be changed, so I have to adjust the weights accordingly, and after adjusting the weights I can simply cross over the weights to find the the length ratio. Now let me solve this question. We are given that ABC is a triangle, P is a point, APD is extended, BPE is extended, and CPF is extended. Now it is given that AP is to PD is 1:1, BP is to PE is 3:1. We have to find all other length ratios. Now to solve it using the mass point theorem, what I will do is that I will first assume the weights. See, this is 1, so crossing it over, this point's weight must be 1. This is 1, so this point's weight must be 1. And if this point's weight is 1, this point's weight must be 1 plus 1, 2. Now say this point's weight must be 3, crossing it over. This point's weight must be 1, crossing it over. But see, 3 plus 1 is 4, so I have already taken it to be 2. If I want to take it to be 4, then I have to multiply this 2 by 2, 2 and 2. Notice that 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 1 is also 4, and our condition is also satisfied that the ratio 2 by 2 is 1 by 1, and here it is 3, here it is 1. Now we can very easily calculate the ratios. If here it is 2, here it is 1, so this one will be 1:2, AF is to FB is 1:2. Very simple. Now if this is 1, this is 2, then this one must be 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so this one will be 1:1. if this is 2, then this one will be 2, this is 1, so 1:2 ratio, and this is to this. See, if I calculate the weight, here it is 2, here it is 1, so 3 weight, so this one will be 3 and this one will be 1, so 1:3 ratio. Very simple. Using this we can calculate any problem very easily. See, notice that this question we cannot be solved using Menelaus. It can be solved using other theorems, but it will be very time consuming. But using mass point theorem, we can calculate any of the length ratio very easily and very simply.